Good morning, children. Hope you all are fine. Yes, we'll begin with today's topic. Today we are going to see idioms and phrases. What is idioms and phrases, children? Hope you would have learned this in your previous classes. Okay, if not, let us go with the meaning for idioms. What's the meaning for idioms? Just think, children, recollect if you would have read. Okay, anyways, I'll go with idioms are a group of words put together as a unit with a particular meaning. The meaning of the word is not literal. The meaning of the word in idioms, no children. Idioms is a small group of words, but the meaning of the word is not according to the word. The wording is something else. The meaning in it will be something else. You cannot straight away go with the meaning to what the word is. Now, let us see one example. Sheila takes a late night walk in the beach once in a blue moon. Now, once in a blue moon is idiom over here. Now, what do you mean by once in a blue moon? Once in a blue moon in the sense rarely. Sheila takes a late night walk in the beach rarely. That is the meaning here. Okay. Now, coming to phrases. What is phrases? Phrases, on the other hand, is a small group of words put together as a conceptual unit. It does not take a figurative meaning. Phrases, no children, it is also a small group of words. The meaning of the word is literal. Here in the phrases, the meaning of the word is literal. You will have direct meaning over here. But in idioms, you will not have direct meaning. Now see, let us go one example in the phrases. The child hid under the stairs when the mother called her for a bath. It is here, under the stairs, it's a phrase. The meaning is clear. Under the stairs in the sense beneath the stairs. It is clear. It is not like idioms. Idioms, wording is something else, meaning is something else. Whereas in phrases, you will have the straight meaning over there. Now, some words are given here about children. See, pick out the idioms and phrases from the box and write them into their meanings. One is done for you. Okay, see the first one. The first one will say competent dash on the ball. Competent, here they have given on the ball. The idiom for competent is given on the ball. Okay, become more confident in expressing oneself. Now you should pick up the right meaning of the idiom, right word from the box. See, words are given above, no children. From these words, you must pick up the right answer to the meaning. Become more confident in expressing oneself. What is the right idiom over here, children? The second idiom, what's the right idiom? Find one's voice. Yes, become more confident in expressing oneself in the sense find one's voice. Okay, next. Extremely happy. Try to find out the meaning, children, for third one. Extremely happy. The words are given here in the box, children. Try to find out. Yes, extremely happy. What's the meaning? Over the moon. Okay. Mentally ill. What's the meaning, children? Sharp as a tack. Next. Listen. Listen, what's the meaning, children? Fifth one, listen. What's the meaning? Lend an ear. See, all these idioms, no children, you will find in some great writers' work. Where writers know where they want to show the brilliancy in their writing, they use idioms over there. You can find, if you would have read some books of the great authors, you would have find some idioms there. Okay, now coming to phrases, children. Phrases. To meet or find by chance. The phrases, I said, the meaning will be literally straightforward in phrases. You can select the right phrases from the box, children. Here, in the above box, phrases is there. You can select the answer. What is the first answer, children? To meet or find by chance? Come across. To meet or find by chance meaning is come across. Now, second one. To exercise. To exercise, what is the meaning? Work out. See, all this answer is given in the above box, children. Find out from your textbook. Third one. To accept a challenge with confidence. What is answer, children? To accept a challenge with confidence? Bring it on. To have a friendly relationship. What is that, children? To have a friendly relationship? Get along. To keep something. To keep something? Hang on. Okay. Yes. Now shall we go to next part? Now read the given sentences carefully and fill in with appropriate phrasal verbs from the help box. Here there is a help box, children. So with the help of this box, you can help yourself in finding the answer. Shall we go ahead? The air hostess instructed the passengers to wear the seat belt during the check the answer, children, from the box above. During the takeoff. Okay. Next. Venkat felt happy to dash the neighbors in the new locality. What's the answer? Venkat felt happy to get along. Venkat felt happy to get along with the neighbors in the new locality. Okay. Now third. I want you all to write the answers, children. Okay. Let us go with the third fill up. There will be a dash next week in the office. There will be a shutdown. Okay. Next. Fourth one. Doing dash every day in the morning keeps one healthy. Doing warm up. Next sentence. The mother instructed the maid to dash the child carefully. What's the answer? The mother instructed the maid to look after the child carefully. Okay. Now coming to the next part, children. Read the given passage carefully and fill in the blanks with the suitable phrasal verbs from the help box. Here help box is given, children. With the help box you are supposed to read the verbs and fill up the blanks. See here. Okay. Ria is a young dancer who feels contented and satisfied with herself. Let's hear from her. Okay. Hi everyone, I am Ria. I suppose I am really lucky because I don't put on weight easily. I never work out in the gym, and the only time I stretch out is when I need something from the top shelf. I tried aerobic several times, but I couldn't. What should come there? But I couldn't keep up with the others. I take my pet for a walk thrice a day, and that helps to burn off the calories. I usually watch what I eat, but I sometimes bring on ice cream. My sister Divya is a real fitness fanatic. Before she works out, she warms up every day with push-ups, sit-ups, stretches and a jog around the park. She says it's important to build up good levels of strength and stamina. I don't want to overdo it though. A fitness regime likes her would dash me out. Like hers would, what should be here? Would tire me out. Okay. Are you clear, children? Hope you all are writing as I say the answer. Now, shall we go to next page? Page number 71. Yes, children. Page number 71. Read the given slogan and match them appropriately with their themes. Children, these slogans, no, you will get for your exam, children. It's very simple, where you understand. It is very simple. It's very easy to write. Yes, it is very easy. Now, shall we go on with the slogan, children? Slogan, it's nothing, no. See, for each and every advertisement, no, you have some slogan. You would have seen in advertisement in TV. You would have seen what is no for Horlicks, sharper, stronger, taller. No, this advertise it goes for Horlicks. Like that, for each and every product, no, you have some slogan. Apart from products, also, no, children, you have some slogans. Let us see. One for all and all for one. What do you mean by this, children? The meaning, you must find meaning for the slogan. One for all and all for one. What's the meaning for the slogan? For unity. For unity, we say one for all and all for one. Okay. Now, second one. Limit your fast food, otherwise it will be a last food. People, they say, no, don't eat fast food. If you don't limit your fast food, that will be your last food, they keep saying. Okay, what is that? What are they want us to limit? Fast food in the sense, junk food. Okay, so junk food is number 2. Restricting a woman restricts the growth of the family. Yes. So what is the answer here, children? Women empowerment. Women empowerment is the answer. Okay, next. Clean and green makes perfect scene. What's the answer? Cleanliness. Cleanliness is 4th one. It takes a lot of blue to stay green. What's the answer? It takes lot of blue in the sense, it takes lot of water to save green. Green in the sense to keep your surroundings green. So what's the answer here? Save water. Now B side, I'll read the answer, children. For B side, junk food, save water. No, over there B side, I'll read the answer. 2, 5, 4, 3, 1. Okay, this is the answer over there. Now look at the images of familiar advertisement given below. Identify the product and try to frame your own slogan for each of them. Okay, now coming to our task, children, slogan. You can frame your own task. Now what is the picture over here? The first picture, what is this picture, children? You know what is this picture? It is ice cream. Yes. Your mouth is watering, isn't it? Okay. Now write some slogan here, children. In this box you will write some slogan. Here below the picture you write ice cream. Okay. Then below to that, what will you write? You must write some slogan. I tell you, you write that. Ice cream, scream, S-C-R-E-A-M, scream. Ice cream, comma, you scream, we all scream for ice cream. Children, as I say, I want you to write ice cream, comma, you scream, we all scream for ice cream. Scream, spelling S-C-R-E-A-M, scream. Okay, shall we move on to next picture? Next picture, what are these? These are all pens, no? Okay, right here in this box you write pens. Okay, underneath to that write some slogan. Pen is mightier than sword. What slogan you will write here, children? Pen is mightier than sword. Over here in this box you will write, children. In this box you will write Pen is mightier than sword. Okay, next. What picture is this? Yeah, lovable picture, no? What picture is this, children? Mobile phone. Yes, right here in this box you write mobile phone. Below to that, write a slogan below. Inside this box you write a slogan, children. What slogan you will write? Carry your business with you. Carry your business with you. The sense, wherever you go with mobile, no, you can do your work. That's the meaning. Carry your business with you. Okay. Now next picture. What is this? Toothbrush. Okay, toothbrush. In this box you write toothbrush. Finish? Now below to this, write the slogan. Make brushing a fun. Make brushing a fun. Finish? Okay, let's continue, children. Now next picture. Now here look at the picture given below and frame your own slogans. Now you will write your own slogans, children. Now see what picture is this? You see someone closing the tap, isn't it? Okay, underneath to this, in this dash, now you write a slogan. Little drops of water make a mighty ocean. Little drops of water make a mighty ocean. MIGHTY, mighty ocean. OCEAN, ocean. Next picture, children. You see people holding hands, no, one to other. Okay. What slogan will you write in this blank? United hands is empowered minds. United hands is empowered. EMPOWERED. Empowered minds. MINDS, minds. Okay, coming to the next picture, children. You see someone preserving and protecting earth, isn't it? Okay. So what will be the slogan here? Preserve and protect your mother earth. Preserve, PRESERVE, preserve and protect, PROTECT, protect your mother earth. Okay, here you see another picture. Confidence brings victory. The picture itself says, no? So here slogan you will write, confidence brings victory. CONFIDENCE, confidence brings victory. VICTORY, victory. Finish? Okay. Let us see letter writing, children, now. See here one format is given. Turn to page 72. Next page. Turn the page, children. See one format is given. How to write letters. Moreover, you have been trained years after you have been trained how to write letter. See, anyways, no. One format is given. How to write letter, children. Okay. Sender's address, date, receiver's address. So how will you write, start writing the letter, children? Sender's address you will write first your address, then date, which day you are writing letter you will write that date. Then receiver's address in the sense to whom you are sending the letter. The name and address you will write. Subject of the letter. How will you start writing the subject, children? Yes, subject you will start. The respected sir or madam you will start with salutation you will start. Then body of the letter in the sense the content what you really want to say them, the message what you wish to convey them. You will write there in the body of the letter, you will write the message. Then closure. Closure, you will go on thanking you, yours faithfully or sincerely, obediently, whatever it is, you will write and you will sign underneath. Okay. You know the format of letter, children. You would have written yours together, you would have written the letters, so you know. Anyways, we'll see one more letter, children. Here the model of the letter ordering things. See, here we'll see one letter, children. Miss Deepa, an NGO, writes a letter to the wholesale bookshop dealer, placing order for 100 copies of medium-size English Oxford Dictionary. So, Miss Deepa, no, she's ordering 100 copies of dictionaries, children. Okay, how is she ordering? How to place order? See here, a letter for ordering books, it's given. So, first you will write the one who is ordering. If you are ordering, you will write your name, then your designation, what you are, and your address you will write. Then next comes date. Which date you are writing? That particular date, day and date you will write. Then to whom you are sending, that person, name and address you will write. Okay, see here, the proprietor, Nizal Bookshop, Chennai, one here, to whom you are sending, that address is given. After that, what you will write, children? You will come to the content part. So, before that, you will give salutation. Salutation in the sense, showing your regards to them. You will write sir or ma'am. Then subject. Your subject you must write in short. What is a letter about? In short, you will write the subject. If it's ordering the books or asking for leave or asking permission, whatever it is, that subject you will write in short. Here the letter is for ordering books. So subject is given, ordering for English Oxford Dictionary. Regard in the sense regarding on this topic. I am writing the letter regarding this topic. That is the meaning. REG only you must write in short. You should not write REGARD. No, you should not go in full form. Regard always in short. REG only you will write, children. Okay. Now after that, coming to the content part of the letter, what you wish to say there, you will write. That's the body of the letter. Okay. On reading the discount provided by your shop in the advertisement of yesterday's newspaper, I would like to place an order for 100 copies of medium-size English Oxford Dictionary in your shop. I need the copies within a week, so let me know the estimation for the bulk order placed as early as possible. Thank you. So what you wish to convey them, what are you wanting to say them, that part you will write in body of the letter. So he has conveyed his message. What message he has conveyed? He has conveyed that he needs 100 copies of English Oxford Dictionary. He has very clearly stated that he is placing order for 100 dictionaries. Then after writing the content, you will write thank you, yours faithfully. You can also write yours sincerely or truly. Then your name. Yes, children, hope you have understood the letter. One more example is given. Not one more, children, two more examples are there in the book. Refer to the letters, children, and also you have some letters for you to practice. Practice these letters also, you will understand better. Keep practicing, children. Only if you practice, you will understand. Without practicing, you will not understand what is what. Everything lies on the way, the interest you take. So, read this letter. Just have a glance, go through some 2 more letters in your book, go through those letters also. Then below that you have some questions, answer those questions. Questions in the sense, some letters they have given, write and practice those letters. Hope you understood the letter, children. See you, bye.